Last week, Magnusson Analytica co-hosted one of Amplitude's product clubs in Warsaw. These are some great events that happen all over the world for those who want to meet new people within the industry, learn some more insights, take away some more hints and tips, and understand a little bit more around product analytics in general. Now, whilst I was there, I got an opportunity to meet up with Przemo, one of our partners within Amplitude, head of Central and Eastern Europe for Amplitude, and had a little bit of a chat just to catch up, understand a bit more around the market, a little bit around the industry and some of the changes that were happening within Amplitude itself. So we did record that session, and that is what we're going to be showing you today. So, thank you for joining me, Przemo, today. It's great to be here in Warsaw with you for the product club that we're going to this afternoon. So, you are a great partner with us, with Magnusson Analytica, obviously through Amplitude, working with a lot of different clients. You've had a lot of amazing experience through sales. You've had, 8 years of experience with Tableau, and now moving across into Amplitude as well. So, how does it feel now moving across to Amplitude, and why did you feel like that was the next step for you?
Yeah, so working in Tableau for so many years was a great experience. And Tableau is a great product. Really, customers are loving it. And we always had a saying between guys who were working in Tableau that it will be really difficult to find another great product like Tableau to be involved with. Fortunately, a friend of mine showed me Amplitude demo, and I fell in love in the first time. I knew that must be my new gig. I love the product, and I like to work with the product that it's helping people with their daily job. And Amplitude does it, and I believe in the product and how the product is developing in the platform. I like to build the region and customers in the way that my product is helping with their experience, and they are growing with the product. As the product is developing, they are developing. And I see that in Amplitude. So that was the main reason that I joined. And I love a challenge. I love a good challenge. And I think bringing Amplitude to Central and Eastern Europe region is a great challenge, and hopefully we can just build better brand awareness of Amplitude here.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, definitely. So the way that you work in the region is really interesting. So you say that there's a lot of challenges. I've noticed that you work a lot with partners. That's the first way that we met, was through our collaborations together. Do you find that the partnership is really helping to drive that success for you?
Yes, definitely. Like the partners strategy in the region and in the business was always crucial for me. It's a key pillar for the strategy. The CE region here is 20 countries. It's hard to reach to every big customer, or every customer, I should say, just directly for me. So partners are crucial in my strategy, so they can help Amplitude build the brand awareness in the region, help us organizing events. Like today in Warsaw, we are together and we are organizing it together. Hopefully in the future, we will have even in Romania, for example. So partners like you, like Magnusson Analytica, this is a crucial thing because we can also reach out with on-site services. And you know how it went with Saltback, for example. How crucial was it that we had Magnusson Analytica on site in Romania? So building that brand awareness and helping on site our customers via partners is crucial thing for Amplitude strategy in the Central and Eastern Europe region.
Great. Thank you. Being the lead for the Central Eastern Europe, you must understand quite a lot around the region. You've been working within this region, not just in Amplitude, but in Tableau before. So what do you think is the current state of analytics as a landscape within Central and Eastern Europe right now?
Yeah, so I would say the macro trend, what we see when it comes to analytics and through the years that I was observing from my experience in analytics, I'm over 10 years in data and analytics, what I was seeing before is that companies were using standalone solutions and they had multiple different solutions for analytics. And if we will go more narrow into product analytics, you would see companies using something for marketing like GA4, something for product, something for A/B testing. The other one will be CDP, and then on top, maybe session replay. So you have like 5 different solutions that they are using, and you need to juggle between them. And there are a couple of risks when you are there. You have problem with personalization because it's hard to see the full view of your user's behavior. You need to jump out of the one solution to another and then look at the data. It's hard. Then the second thing is costs. And not only the cost of the solution, but also operational cost. Yeah. When you are looking into it, the learning curve for like 3 or 4 different solutions, it's hard for your employees. When you have one platform, cost is much lower. And when you are negotiating with different vendors, then it's also time and it's different price. And the third thing is data management. It's hard to manage the data through different solutions. You need to stitch the data, and we know how it's working. It's just so many places where the data can crash. So it's really, really, really difficult to make decision based on data. And the trend that I see now in the region, and I think in just globally, is consolidation into one platform and to save the cost, operational cost, but also cost of solution, and that you have everything under one platform. So you have session replay, analytics, A/B testing, CDP, everything in one place when it comes to product analytics.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. We've had plenty of clients that have been on GA4 with some kind of A/B testing tool. Obviously, they would have been using Google Optimize before that got sunset. Then using Segment as a CDP, throwing everything all together. And then when we came in and just implemented Amplitude, and they were like, what, so this is going to cover everything? And we were like, yeah. And then we host a couple of workshops to train them on how to use the platform, maybe one specific workshop per aspect, whether it be the analytics side, whether it be the experimentation side or the data governance. And then suddenly they've gone from, like you said, that huge build, both of the tools and the maintenance of the staff and the tool itself, to suddenly everyone just using this one platform with one pricing plan. Completely agree. Fantastic. So we actually met through a shared client. Funnily enough, now that we're back here in Poland having this interview, and that's Brainly. So is that still a client of yours?
Yeah, I'm so happy that Brainly is our customer.
Yeah.
Especially being Polish, having a big Polish logo in our portfolio, Amplitude portfolio. Brainly is using full platform of Amplitude, that. So I'm happy. And hopefully in the future, we will have more big logos in our region. That's why we are working together. So great to have Brainly.
So now that we're working quite closely in both the Polish and the Romanian region, one of the big first successes that we've had was Saltbank, the first neobank in Romania. So fantastic to get an up-and-coming financial institution like that within our regions. Can you talk a little bit around how you found the process to be when we closed them as a client?
Yeah.
How it's going at the moment?
First, I need to mention Razvan and Diana.
Yeah.
Oh, such a great professional individuals. From the beginning, you felt that they want to have a partnership and they want to understand the values coming out from Amplitude. And they saw it really quickly that there is a platform that they will need in the future and they can grow with us. That was amazing. So big shout to Diana and Razvan.
Yeah,
you are
definitely.
Great, really. What was really successful with that project is that we had really tight timeline.
Yeah, we still do.
Yes. And the crucial thing was when I brought actually you as a partner, Magnusson Analytica, and we could deliver on-site trainings and on-site implementation. So whatever they need you were just jumping in the car and going there. That's what is coming back to the strategy and working with partners. That's what is crucial in Central and Eastern Europe, to be close to our customers. And you are. So this was really amazing and crucial thing that we could bring partner on site and help SoftBank with implementation and adoption now.
Yeah, exactly. So now that we're implemented and they're actually starting to use it, you can actually see from one of the past videos that I did was actually a trip down to Bucharest to see them face to face. And yeah, it's just so much more beneficial to be able to do that with, like, call it boots on the ground, like getting into the office and having the workshop face to face. I mean, we've designed these workshops so that they work and you can do them online. But when you get there face to face, you not only do the workshop, but you get more interaction from them, more questions. After the workshop, we headed upstairs and we were all just sat around the computers and they were asking all these questions about all the different bits of analysis that they've done so far. So it was like, there was so much more that we managed to do within that, 5 hours in that office together face to face than we generally find that we can do with international clients, just with online webinars.
Yeah, and I think, we also from the beginning, three parties had the same goal, to bring success for that project, and Diana and Razvan, they had their own metrics, KPIs, and we quickly, together with you, understood what are the KPIs and how important is that project. As you said, this is the first digital bank in Romania, like full digital bank in Romania. So we knew that this is a crucial project and would like all hands on board, and we need to help SoftBank with that. So great to have SoftBank with us.
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice badge to have. And so when you're working with all these clients at Amplitude, and we find as well, so when we're doing the implementation projects, we always see a lot of common themes appearing as we're going through. So do you find that there are common challenges that clients have?
Yes. Yeah, you know what? I see two main common challenges when it comes to, I think, any of the analytics solutions, not only Amplitude. The first one is starting with the data and connecting, implementing, or doing taxonomy with Amplitude, for example. You need to have clean data to connect to Amplitude. That's why we have our best practices to connect that data. We have our partners that are helping with that. Because if you have clean data, you will be data-driven and you will have clean results. Yeah. If you have not so clean data, well, you will not have clean results. So this is the first common challenge that I see, is the implementation in that first step, that you need to focus on it. And we are advising to use our partner services to help you with that, because then you will have self-service solution. So this is the first. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think, and not just because implementation is our bread and butter, but if you know what the old saying, what goes in, what goes out.
Yes.
And that is where that implementation is just so important. And one of the things that probably some people might not know is that to become a partner, you have to become certified in Amplitude. So you were talking about having best practices before. So all of those best practices are things that, for example, my entire team have been trained and certified on. And you just see such a difference. There's a lot of clients that we go to that are not new clients to Amplitude. They've had Amplitude for a couple of years and they haven't been using it because, like you just said, they can't self-serve. We come in, run an audit, run a re-implementation, whatever it might be, build up that taxonomy the right way, and then they don't need us anymore, which as a partner is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing, but they don't need us because they can self-serve now.
This is another challenge that I'm seeing. The first one is implementation, and it's easy to buy a solution.
Yeah.
It's hard to adopt the solution. And the challenge of adoption for analytics solution is a big one. You need to help your business users to understand the data, to understand the solution, and make them engaged with using the solution. So they will be really data-driven. That's why we, again, are helping with our local partners like you to do on-site trainings, or we are inviting our customers to the meetings like today to come and just see what is new, and we will share the knowledge, have a chat with them about Amplitude, or they can use our webinars. You need to constantly develop with the solution, and you need to rip up the silos of data, and this is super important with adoption. Collaborate with the data, share the data, learn with data.
Yeah, I think that aligns really well with what we're going to be talking about tonight at the event, actually, is around building this culture around the tool. Everyone, like you said, they buy a tool and they think that that's it, but it's not. You're just buying a label when you do that. You're not actually adopting it. You're not bringing it into your organization, bringing it into your culture. It's all about the people and the framework outside of that tool as well, and actually using the product.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
So we clearly see many benefits across a wide range of industries. We've been talking about SaltBank. So can you see some of those specific benefits of using Amplitude when it comes to financial services?
Yeah, so when you are looking at the financial market, back in the days, years ago, not so many actually, you would go to the bank, you would do transfers in the bank, you will do cash out, you will go there to set up your new account. Mm-hmm. Now, everything changed.
Everything's online.
Everything is online. Just look at the young people. Everyone is using applications. Everyone wants to have better experience with the applications. And when it comes to financial industries and banking, they need to compete a lot for the new customers, especially for the young one. Young one wants to have nice application that it's easy and I can do everything with it. So with product analytics and with solutions like Amplitude Platform, you can see the full user behavior, how he is using the app, what is going on there, why he is dropping off. For example, he wants to have a new account and he is starting with your application and then it's dropping off in some of the stage. With Amplitude, you can see that, but it's just the beginning. Then you can dig into that data and you can see the session, how he was interacting with your app. Mm-hmm. And with that information, you can go to your UX designer or to your developer and say like, hey, something is wrong in that part of the app, in that part of the process that people are dropping off. Maybe it's something with the form of address, that there's some bug. You need to correct it. Or if you have a big segment of drop-off users in the same stage, hey, you can contact with marketing and say like, hey, we have a lot of users that dropping off with that stage. Maybe you can prepare some campaign around it so they will come back and see that we are personalizing their experience and helping them with some promo pack or campaign.
People are expecting personalization these days.
Yes, this is crucial and
must have.
Yeah, and in the financial services, it's so competitive when it comes to new users that your applications need to be top notch.
Yeah. I mean, the competition is so huge right now. The market is pretty saturated with all these startups that have been coming out over the last, 5-10 years. It didn't used to matter before. Like you said, if you had something a little bit quirky with the experience on your app, people would kind of let it be because most of the interactions were being done within a branch, like you say. But now, with everything being done within the app, one tiny, tiny little thing will create that grudge that then a user's going to jump because there's another 10 banks lined up ready for them to just download the app on the App Store and do an instant application and get a new account.
Yeah, look how the apps are, the financial apps are developing. If you were looking at it back in the days, you could just check your balance.
Yeah.
Or maybe do transfers also. And now you can buy crypto.
Yeah.
You can have savings. You can do a new account. You can do a credit card application.
Yeah.
You
Exchange
can
rates.
Exchange rates. You can do analytics. Look how many data you have.
Yeah.
How many possibilities of see the big picture of your user. And Amplitude platform is helping you in just few clicks to see the big holistic picture of your user and prepare the personalizations, which is so important nowadays.
One of the things that we're going to talk about at the event tonight is going to be around data-driven culture. Now, a lot of people say that that's turned into a bit of a buzzword, especially in the last few years. It does get tossed around quite a lot, but do you think it still carries any weight?
Yeah, I love the saying, maybe in the same way that you are data-driven, but that the data is a new oil. Like oil back in the days in Industrial Revolution was a fuel to develop everything. Now, the data is a fuel to digital revolution or digital transformation. So yes, I believe that maybe it's a buzzword, but this is the thing in the market. You need to be data-driven in this market, not opinion-based. That's not working.
Yeah.
If you are the company that still is asking John or Beatrice about how it was 2 years ago, and maybe we'll do a campaign like that because it was working, you are in a bad place.
Yeah.
You want to see and understand data and to use it in the right way and share the data with different teams. Now everyone is data analyst. It doesn't matter if you are working in sales, in product, in marketing, or in customer service, you need to use data.
Yeah, the entire organization.
Yeah, so, and you need to collaborate on data. If you don't have any solution now, and I don't believe that there are any customers that not use the data, you are just not in the right place in the market.
You're going to be left behind.
Yeah, back in the days, I was hearing from customers when I was asking, like, how you are doing with data, how you are working with it. They was saying, like, yes, we are data-driven. I was like, that's nice. Why? Because we have a lot of data. That's nice. That's amazing that you have a lot. What you are doing with the data, how you are analyzing it with Excel. And maybe not the best way, but that was back in the days. Now, I think that most of the companies are trying to be data-driven. The biggest challenge is the adoption, because it's easy to just spend money on the tool, but then you need to see the return of investment of that solution. So this is crucial, adoption.
So Amplitude is, at its core, a SaaS business, selling a subscription to a platform. So once you've provided the tools for a client, is that the end of the relationship for you? Or does that move any further?
No, as I said, like, this is just a start, And I said about challenges, and one of them is adoption. And the journey with just buying the solutions such as Amplitude, or whatever solution you are buying, is just a start. And again, it's easy to spend money on the solution. The right starts when you need to adopt and interest your users. So be curious about the solution that you bought. It's just the beginning. Use the partners, use the vendors to adopt the solution. This is really crucial. You want to have a return of investment from that solution. You are buying because you want to have bigger revenue. You want to grow. You want to have something out of it. So be curious about that solution, adopt it well, and develop with it.
Mm-hmm. I think that's quite interesting. One of the things that we talk about very often is the comparison of Amplitude and GA4. And I think that's one of the things where you do see a bit of a limitation in GA4 on the cultural side is there's so many out-of-the-box reports. You have the acquisition charts, you have the engagement charts, the monetization, whatever you want to look at. They're already built. They're done by Google. Everyone has exactly the same report. So you get on the Google Analytics subscription, you implement everything, and then suddenly you have all of your team just jumping into that same report that is used by everyone year over year over year. And so it just stagnates. And whereas with Amplitude, you don't really have that. I mean, now there's dashboard templates that have been brought out to kind of bridge that gap. But the core function of Amplitude is to go in yourself and dig in and create the charts yourself and then share those charts, put them into your own dashboards. So it's never just staying in one place. Like if you actually adopt it, then you're actually having to use it. Whereas with something like Google, you adopt it, you just look at the same chart over and over again. You don't get that value. Like you were saying, you're trying to drive your revenue and you just end up being quite outdated.
Yeah, agree 100%. Be curious about the data. Ask the data. You don't, like at the beginning of the journey with data, you don't know even what you want to ask. But with Amplitude, it's so easy with just clicks and asking the questions with the clicks to dig deeper into the data. So just be curious.
Yeah, definitely. You've had a very successful career. I mean, the 7 years that you've had at Tableau and now regional head, CE within Amplitude, you must have quite a lot of experience. So do you have any advice for businesses that are looking to improve their analytics capabilities?
Maybe not advice, but I can share my experience, what I'm seeing and what are the few points that are important when you are starting with analytics.
Definitely.
Start with clear goals when it comes to analytics. What do you want from the data? What do you want to achieve? Is it you want to see your customer journey behavior? Is it path to purchase? Is it monetization? Or maybe you want to build better products. Mm-hmm. If you will set up the goals straight away, it will be just easier to achieve it. This is the first main thing. Then choose your key metrics. Don't drown in data. Don't go for everything. Just think, okay, what are the key metrics for me at the beginning? Focus on them so your team and your company will know where to focus and what is the key metric for you.
Yeah.
Then I would say, learn and adopt. Learn with the solution. Be curious again. Ask the data. See what is working and what is not working. This is really important. And share the data. Encourage your people to use the solution. This is super important. And it's not about the tool only. It's about people.
Mm-hmm.
So again, encourage your people to work with the solution.
Yeah.
Adopt again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be scared to make decision or your team make decision on data. Because in this way, your team and your people will know that they should work with that solution. And when it comes to the solution, choose wisely. Choose wisely in the way that, it is a SaaS solution. And you are signing the contract for 12 months.
Yeah.
But you are not actually signing the contract for 12 months. You will be developing. You want to have the solution that is growing with you. Mm-hmm. And you want to have option to buy more, to develop more within the platform.
Yeah.
It's not about the cost of ownership at the beginning. It's just total cost of ownership in 3 years, in 5 years. So think about the solution in this way, that you will be using it in 5 years. And you don't want to change it every year because it's a tremendous cost.
Yeah, I mean, circling back around to our very first client together, Brainly, and I was there right at the beginning when we started with Amplitude, and looking at how far they've come from just simply using analytics in one region, because they are a global company, but they were using analytics just for one region, and then just on one platform. And now then they expanded to all platforms, so web, Android, iOS, multiple regions, bolting on Experiment, using CDP, using all the third-party integrations. You're so right. Like the first time that we spoke about the contract and the relationship between our team, Brainly, and Amplitude, we did look a little bit down the line at the capabilities that we might be able to use in the future. But what we were actually looking at the beginning was only a tiny, tiny part of that relationship. So yeah, I think that's a really great piece of advice. And I love the other one as well, around sort of having those clear objectives, because it's not a good objective to track for the sake of tracking.
No.
You have to track for the sake of understanding something about your product.
Yeah, and those metrics should be aligned with your business goals.
Yeah.
Because your business goals are converting to revenue. So set them up. It's super important. And the other thing is just collaborate within different teams. Break down the silos.
Well, thank you for spending some time with me today. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you. The
nice time.
Been great together,
Alex.
Yeah, great. And so before we head off to the product club, do you have any hot goss that you can share with us around Amplitude?
I can say that there are a lot of things to come out. You know, we just like 2 months ago hired Francois Agenstad from Tableau, from Tableau. So former CPO and of Tableau. And I know that he is cooking some nice features. For example, with session replay, we just came out with session replay like a month ago. But
hugely popular as well.
Yes. Customers are crazy about it. You know, everyone who is using now Amplitude is coming to me and asking like, hey, can we have session replay now with the platform? Let's go through the demo. Every customer that is existing business wants to have session replay implemented with us, because it's just in one platform. It's easy to use. And with the session replay, we are working on heat maps.
Okay.
Yes, for example, just
Brilliant.
a small sneak peek. And I know that we are working also on some visual toggle integration for future. So it will be really easy to integrate with some of the platforms.
Yeah, that we've got already.
So, and I think the biggest sneak peek is that we are here in CE and we will be making a lot of buzz about Amplitude. We will build the brand awareness here in CE region. We will make more events here. So hopefully next one in Romania.
Yeah.
Cluj.
Yeah, we've got some things cooking. Yeah, both within like Hungary, Romania, all over CE. We've got plans, really, haven't we? So
yes, that is the sneak peek that Amplitude is here, and we will be investing more and more in CE region. So this is also the sneak peek.
Yeah, super excited for what we've got coming up together. Well, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Cheers.